In the world of classic Hollywood, few actors left as indelible a mark as Dan Duryea. Born January 23, 1907, in White Plains, New York, Duryea began his career on Broadway before making the leap to the big screen. Throughout the 1940s and 1950s, the actor became known for playing cunning villains in films like The Little Foxes and Criss Cross. His performances were often marked by a simmering intensity that made them all the more chilling. Despite frequently portraying unsavory characters, Duryea brought depth and nuance to each role, creating unforgettable antagonists who still resonate today. Duryea also had success in westerns, appearing in classics like Winchester 73 alongside James Stewart. He even starred in his own TV series, China Smith, which ran from 1952 to 1956. Throughout his career, the actor proved himself a versatile performer, capable of tackling a wide range of roles. Despite passing away in 1968, Dan Duryea's work continues to captivate audiences. Whether he was playing a charming rogue or a sinister villain, the actor always delivered memorable performances that have stood the test of time. His contributions to both stage and screen continue to be celebrated by movie buffs and scholars alike. Have you ever heard of Dan Duryea, the classic film and television actor known for his memorable roles in both movies and TV shows? If so, when was the first time you recognized him? Maybe it was in one of his many legendary works that defined his career. Perhaps it was his role in The Little Foxes that stood out to you. Or maybe it was his appearance in Winchester 73. Whatever it may be, we'd love to hear about your most cherished memory or personal experience related to this classic star. There are many funny, shocking, and even sad facts coming up about Dan Duryea, so keep watching this video. Did you know that he originally pursued a career in advertising before turning to acting? Or that he was known for playing both villainous and heroic characters throughout his career? So, let us know in the comments below about your favorite Dan Duryea role or memory. After making his debut in theater, Dan Duryea began his journey down the path of acting. Growing up in White Plains, New York, he displayed a natural affinity for performing. His family, particularly his mother, encouraged his interest in the arts. During his formative years, he admired and was influenced by actors such as James Cagney and Spencer Tracy. These early exposures helped shape his aspirations and laid the foundation for his future success in the entertainment industry. Dan Duryea was a notable actor known for his work during Hollywood's golden age. His career spanned over 3 decades, and he left a lasting impression through his diverse range of roles. Duryea was born on January 16, 1907, in White Plains, New York. After studying drama at Cornell University, he initially found success in radio before moving on to Broadway productions. In 1944, he made his film debut alongside Barbara Stanwyck in The Lady Eve. This marked the start of a prolific movie career for Duryea, who became typecast as a villain due to his sinister good looks and distinctive voice. Despite being pigeonholed into antagonist parts, Duryea excelled at playing cunning and ruthless characters. He often portrayed criminals, gamblers, and con artists, menacing figures that audiences love to hate. Some of his most memorable performances include those in films like Criss Cross, Black Angel, and Too Late for Tears. Despite frequently appearing as the bad guy, Duryea managed to infuse each role with depth and nuance, making them far more than just two-dimensional caricatures. Throughout his career, Duryea also demonstrated versatility by taking on various genres, including westerns, crime dramas, and even comedies. Among these projects is the beloved TV series Peyton Place, where he played Martin Peyton, further solidifying his status as a respected character actor. Although Dan Duryea passed away on June 7, 1968, his contributions continue to resonate today. His unique talent for bringing complexity to malevolent characters has influenced countless actors who followed him. Even now, fans appreciate his unforgettable portrayals in these classic films. As a young boy, Dan Duryea was captivated by the magic of theater. His mother, a stage actress, would often take him to her performances, igniting a spark in him that would soon become a passion. However, it was during his time at Cornell University when he discovered his true calling. In a fateful turn of events, Duryea was asked to step in for a sick friend during a college production of The Imaginary Invalid. His performance was a revelation, both to himself and to those who witnessed it. The thrill of being on stage, the connection with the audience, and the ability to bring a character to life left an indelible mark on the young man. After graduation, Duryea pursued his newfound passion with determination. He studied at the neighborhood playhouse in New York City, honing his craft under the guidance of renowned acting teacher Sanford Meisner. His natural talent, combined with his relentless dedication, soon caught the attention of the film industry. In 1941, Duryea made his film debut in The Little Foxes. His portrayal of a sneering, manipulative character was a stark contrast to the clean-cut, all-American heroes of the time. This marked the beginning of a successful film career that spanned over 3 decades, with Duryea becoming a fixture in classic films such as The Woman in the Window, Scarlet Street, and Crisscross. Throughout his career, Dan Duryea remained dedicated to his craft, always pushing boundaries and exploring new depths of his characters. His passion for acting was evident in every performance, leaving a lasting impact on the film industry and inspiring future generations of actors. Dan Duryea, known as the father of Richard Duryea, had a notable career in Hollywood. In the 1949 film Winchester 73, he played the character Waco Johnny Dean. Interestingly, many of his co-stars from Johnny Stoolpigeon and Larceny, including Shelley Winters, John McIntyre, Tony Curtis, and Charles Drake, also appeared in this movie. In The Pride of the Yankees, Duryea portrayed Hank Hanneman, a character loosely based on Ford Frick, a sports writer for Hearst newspapers. Later, Frick, as the commissioner of baseball, made a decision that impacted baseball history. He dictated that Babe Ruth's and Roger Maris's season home run records be listed separately, preserving Ruth's record. The asterisk on Maris's record remained until September 4, 1991, when MLB's Committee for Statistical Accuracy voted to remove it. It's worth noting that Frick's decision was influenced by the fact that Maris set his record during a 162-game season, while Ruth achieved his in a 154-game season. This distinction highlights the significance of both players' achievements in baseball history. Dan Duryea, a talented actor, faced numerous challenges early in his career. Born in 1907, he struggled financially during the Great Depression. However, he persevered, working odd jobs to support himself while pursuing his passion for acting. Despite his natural talent, the actor encountered skepticism from industry professionals. Critics questioned his ability to transition from stage to screen, but Duryea was determined to prove them wrong. He honed his craft, studying under renowned acting coach Sanford Meisner, and appearing in various Broadway productions. In 1941, Duryea's big break came when he was cast in a small role in the film The Little Foxes. His powerful performance caught the attention of critics and audiences alike, and he quickly became a sought-after actor in Hollywood. Throughout his career, Duryea continued to face obstacles, including typecasting as a villain. Yet, he refused to let this limitation define him. The actor took on diverse roles, showcasing his versatility and range as a performer. Duryea's resilience and determination serve as a testament to his passion for acting. His legacy continues to inspire aspiring actors today, reminding them to stay true to their craft and never give up, even in the face of adversity. Moving forward, the actor Dan Duryea took on various roles throughout his career. In the 1950 Western Winchester 73, he played the antagonist Waco Johnny Dean. Interestingly, Duryea reprised this role in the 1967 made-for-TV remake of the same movie. Moreover, Duryea portrayed another villain, Whitey Harbin, in the 1954 Western Night Passage. This film shares several similarities with Winchester 73. It's also a 1950s Western starring James Stewart, Dan Duryea, and J.C. Flippin. Furthermore, both films were produced by Aaron Rosenberg, shot by William H. Daniels, and penned by Borden Chase. Much like in Winchester 73, Duryea's character in Night Passage is a bandit leader, while Stewart's character deals with familial conflict. Additionally, Duryea collaborated with actors Edward G. Robinson and Joan Bennett in the 1944 film The Woman in the Window. These 3 individuals later reunited in Fritz Lang's subsequent production, Scarlet Street. Clearly, the actor was quite active during his time, and participated in numerous significant projects throughout his career. In the late 1940s, the actor, Dan Duryea, experienced a significant breakthrough in his career. After several supporting roles, he was cast as the lead in the film The Woman on the Beach. This role marked a turning point for Duryea, showcasing his ability to portray complex and dark characters. Critics took notice of Duryea's performance. Bosley Crowther of the New York Times praised his nerve-tightening performance, and noted that he brings to the screen a quality of barely controlled hysteria, which is most impressive. This recognition solidified Duryea's status as a leading man, and paved the way for more diverse roles. In the 1950s, Duryea transitioned to westerns, a genre in which he would become closely associated. His performance in Winchester 73 was particularly noteworthy. Co-star Shelley Winters commented, "Dan was such a fine actor. He could play the heavy with such finesse and depth." His portrayal of the villainous Dutch Henry in this classic Western earned him widespread acclaim and further established him as a formidable presence on the silver screen. Throughout his career, Dan Duryea continued to challenge himself with various roles, earning respect from both peers and critics. His ability to bring nuance and complexity to his characters set him apart, making him a standout figure in the world of Hollywood's golden age. Dan Duryea, an actor renowned for his work in films and television shows, received several awards and honors over the course of his career. In the 1950s, he was nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award for Best Actor in 1958 for his role in The Plunderers. Although he did not win the award, it marked a significant milestone in his career. Throughout his lifetime, Duryea earned recognition for his outstanding performances. He won the International Star of the Year Award in 1954, which highlighted his global appeal and influence on audiences worldwide. Additionally, he was awarded the Golden Laurel Award for Top Male Supporting Performance in 1967 for his performance in The Happiest Millionaire, further solidifying his status as a talented character actor. Duryea's contributions extended beyond individual accolades. His work in Western films like Winchester 73 and Johnny Tremaine left lasting impacts on the genre, influencing future generations of actors and directors. Similarly, his roles in crime dramas, including Criss Cross, demonstrated his versatility and range as a performer. Despite passing away in 1968, Duryea's legacy lives on through his extensive body of work. As fans continue to discover and appreciate his timeless performances, the impact of his artistry remains evident in contemporary cinema and popular culture. Dan Duryea, an actor who left an indelible mark on classic Hollywood, was known for his unique approach to his work. He often played characters who were charming yet morally ambiguous, and his performances were praised for their complexity and nuance. Duryea's creative process began with a deep understanding of the character he was portraying. He would spend hours analyzing the script, looking for clues about the character's motivations and backstory. Once he had a clear sense of who the character was, he would begin to develop the physicality and vocal qualities needed to bring them to life. One of the things that made Duryea's style unique was his ability to convey a character's inner turmoil through subtle physical gestures and facial expressions. He was a master of body language, using every muscle in his face and body to communicate the character's emotions. This skill was honed through years of experience on the stage, where Duryea learned to use his entire body to tell a story. Another key aspect of Duryea's approach was his willingness to take risks. He was not afraid to play against type or to explore the darker aspects of his characters. This fearlessness was evident in his performance in the film The Little Foxes, where he played a character who was both charming and deeply sinister. Duryea's personal experiences and worldview were also reflected in his work. He was a deeply empathetic person, and this quality came through in his performances. He had a knack for finding the humanity in even the most despicable characters, and he was able to convey this humanity in a way that was both subtle and powerful. In the end, Dan Duryea's unique approach to acting was a testament to his talent and his dedication to his craft. He was an actor who was not afraid to take risks, and who was always willing to explore the depths of his characters. His work continues to resonate with audiences today, and his legacy as a classic Hollywood actor is secure. In the film Criss Cross from 1948, Dan Duryea took on the role of Slim Dundee, marking the third time he had worked with co-star Yvonne De Carlo. The previous year, they had appeared together in both Black Bart and River Lady. Moving on to Winchester 73, Duryea played the nemesis of the protagonist, Lynn McAdams, with a memorable performance as Waco Johnny Dean. A made-for-TV remake of this classic was released in 1967, in which Duryea reprised his role, but this time as Bart McAdams. In the popular show Peyton Place, Dan Duryea portrayed Eddie Jacks. Interestingly, he had to turn down a role in the musical Finian's Rainbow to appear in this show, highlighting his commitment to the craft. Throughout his career, the actor's ability to embody complex characters was evident, and his contributions to these classic films and shows continue to resonate with audiences today. Dan Duryea, an actor who left an indelible mark on Hollywood, was known for his exceptional talent and unique screen presence. His career spanned over 3 decades, during which he contributed significantly to the film and television industry. Throughout his career, Duryea played a variety of roles, often portraying cunning and morally ambiguous characters. His performances were marked by a raw intensity that captivated audiences and left a lasting impression. According to film critic Leonard Maltin, Duryea had a rare ability to make even the most unsympathetic characters seem human and complex. Duryea's influence can be seen in the work of many modern actors. Actor Willem Dafoe, known for his versatile performances, has cited Duryea as an inspiration. Dafoe has stated, "Duryea had a way of making even the smallest moments feel electric. He was a master of his craft." In addition to his acting prowess, Duryea also contributed to the evolution of storytelling in Hollywood. His portrayal of complex and morally ambiguous characters challenged conventional norms and paved the way for more nuanced and dynamic characters in film and television. Director Quentin Tarantino is among those who have been influenced by Duryea's contributions to the industry. Tarantino has cited Duryea's performance in the film The Woman in the Window as a major inspiration for his own work. Duryea's impact on the film and television industry is still felt today. His unique talent and contributions continue to inspire and influence modern actors and filmmakers, making him a true classic in the world of Hollywood. In the film Battle Hymn, Dan Duryea plays Sergeant Herman, forming a partnership with Rock Hudson's Colonel Hess. Interestingly, the two had previously appeared in Winchester 73, although they didn't share any scenes together. Duryea's role as Johnny Prince in Scarlet Street is also noteworthy. The two paintings he tries to sell, and later leaves with the artist who displays his work on the street, reappeared in 1964 in Reginald Gardner's art gallery in Who Killed What's His Name? Moreover, Duryea's portrayal of Sergeant Herman in Battle Hymn saw him acting alongside Don DeFore, who played Captain Dan Skidmore. The two had previously worked together in Too Late for Tears in 1949. This classic film demonstrates the versatility of these talented actors, who brought their characters to life in various roles throughout their careers. Dan Duryea, the actor, was known for his portrayal of complex characters who often found themselves in morally ambiguous situations. His work was informed by his personal values and interests, which included a deep appreciation for the outdoors and a commitment to giving back to his community. Growing up, Duryea developed a love for nature and the great outdoors. This passion stayed with him throughout his life and often influenced the roles he chose. For instance, in the film Winchester 73, Duryea played a character who was at home in the wilderness, comfortable tracking game, and navigating rough terrain. In addition to his love of nature, Duryea was also deeply committed to philanthropy. He was particularly passionate about supporting causes related to children and education. Throughout his career, he lent his time and resources to a number of charitable organizations, including the Motion Picture Relief Fund and the Variety Clubs International, which provides assistance to children in need around the world. Duryea's commitment to giving back was not limited to his financial contributions. He was also known for his personal generosity, often going out of his way to help those in need. For example, he was once reported to have given his coat to a homeless man on a cold night, without hesitation. Despite his success in Hollywood, Duryea remained humble and grounded. He never forgot his roots and remained committed to using his platform to make a positive impact in the world. His personal values and interests, including his love of nature and his commitment to philanthropy, helped shape his career and left a lasting impact on those around him. In 1945, the Lux Radio Theater broadcast a 60-minute radio adaptation of the film The Woman in the Window. Notably, Dan Duryea reprised his role as Height, joined by Joan Bennett and Edward G. Robinson. Dan Duryea was not only an accomplished actor but also a father. His son, Peter Duryea, followed in his footsteps, pursuing a career in acting. In the 1950 film Winchester 73, Dan Duryea portrayed Waco Johnny Dean. At the time, there was some skepticism from the press about James Stewart's ability to play a tough Westerner due to his slender build. However, audiences were taken aback when Stewart forcefully confronted Duryea in one particularly intense scene. The film remains a classic example of the Western genre, with Duryea's performance leaving a lasting impression on viewers. Dan Duryea, an actor who left an indelible mark on the film industry, was known for his exceptional talent and unique roles. His legacy continues to inspire aspiring professionals today. In classic films such as The Little Foxes and Black Angel, Duryea showcased his versatility and range. He played complex characters with depth, making each performance truly memorable. For those hoping to follow in his footsteps, Duryea would likely offer this advice: own your craft, be patient, and never stop learning. He believed that an actor's work was never truly done, and that there was always room for growth and improvement. Duryea's future contributions may have taken many forms, but one thing is certain: he would have continued to push boundaries and challenge himself as an artist. As for aspiring professionals, Duryea's legacy serves as a reminder of the power of perseverance and dedication. By studying his work and taking his advice to heart, future generations can carry on his legacy and make their own indelible mark on the industry. After experiencing a heart attack during a casual game of basketball, Dan Duryea was directed towards a career option that placed fewer demands on him physically. Consequently, he turned to acting, marking the start of his journey in the film industry. The actor portrayed the character Whitey twice in his career, initially in Ride Clear of Diablo, sharing screen space with Audie Murphy, and subsequently in Night Passage. Both roles presented a unique challenge for Duryea, who managed to bring depth and nuance to each performance. Duryea's work has left an indelible mark on Hollywood cinema. His contributions have been commemorated through interment at the prestigious Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Los Angeles, California. Dan Duryea, an actor of humble beginnings, found his passion for performing early in life. After studying drama in college, he began his career on Broadway before transitioning to the big screen. Throughout his career, Duryea tackled various roles, often portraying cunning and morally ambiguous characters. His innovative performances captivated audiences and left a lasting impact on the entertainment industry. In films like The Little Foxes and Criss Cross, Duryea showcased his ability to bring depth and complexity to his characters, making them both detestable and relatable. He even lent his talents to the world of television, appearing in numerous shows and solidifying his status as a versatile performer. This classic actor's perseverance and creativity continue to resonate today. Duryea's enduring impact serves as a reminder of the power of staying true to one's passion and constantly pushing the boundaries of one's craft. His work remains a testament to the idea that creativity and determination can leave a lasting mark on the world. Throughout his life, Dan Duryea proved that with hard work and dedication, one can truly make their mark on the entertainment industry and inspire generations to come. His journey serves as a shining example of the power of creativity and perseverance, proving that with passion and determination, there's no limit to what one can achieve. After his passing, the actor Dan Duryea left his newspaper and magazine clippings, as well as his scrapbooks, to USC's Ethel Barrymore's Library of the Performing Arts. This generous contribution allows future generations to delve into his career and life. In Scarlet Street, Duryea portrayed Johnny Prince, a lazy good-for-nothing freeloader. Interestingly, much like his co-star Edward G. Robinson, Duryea was well-educated, having worked in advertising before transitioning to film. Robinson, on the other hand, had planned to become a criminal attorney prior to pursuing acting. This contrast between their real-life backgrounds and on-screen personas adds depth to their characters. The actor also starred as Standish in The Flight of the Phoenix, which marked the fourth and final film in which he and James Stewart appeared together, following Winchester 73, Thunder Bay, and Night Passage. Their on-screen chemistry was undeniable and left a lasting impact on cinema. At Cornell University, the actor who would become known for playing ruthless and merciless characters began his journey toward stardom. As an English major in his senior year, he was elected president of the Dramatic Society, following in the footsteps of Franchot Tone. One of his most notable roles was in The Little Foxes opposite Herbert Marshall. Interestingly enough, the two actors crossed paths again in The Underworld Story, released in 1950. His portrayal of Leo Hubbard left a lasting impression on audiences, making it one of his most memorable performances. Despite playing cold-blooded killers on screen, the man behind these intense characters had a softer side off-screen. He enjoyed tending to his garden passionately and took an active role in his children's education through the Parent-Teacher Association. Moreover, he served as a scoutmaster for the local Boy Scouts troop. His life away from the camera presented a stark contrast to his on-screen personas, revealing a multi-dimensional individual beyond his menacing roles. In the early years of his career, the actor Dan Duryea made his film debut in an uncredited role in the 1934 movie El Tango on Broadway. Around 33 minutes into the picture, he approaches Loretta and requests a dance. Afterward, he returns her to her table and expresses gratitude. Despite taking place in a New York City nightclub, where most dialogues occur in Spanish, his lines remain in English. Later, Duryea gained recognition when he joined the cast of Lillian Hellman's play The Little Foxes, which premiered at the National Theater in New York City on February 15, 1939. With Tallulah Bankhead leading as Regina Giddens, the young actor took up the character of Leo Hubbard alongside other prominent actors of their time. Since its initial run of 410 performances, this classic drama found itself revived thrice, featuring stars like Anne Bancroft, Elizabeth Taylor, and Stockard Channing assuming main roles during separate runs in 1967, 1981, and 1997 respectively. However, before these successes unfolded, personal trials challenged Duryea. Suffering a severe heart attack in his late 20s left him confined to bed rest for nearly a year. Yet, despite this setback, he persevered through recovery and continued building a notable career path in both theater and cinema. Moving on to the actor Dan Duryea, he portrayed the character of Waco Johnny Dean in the 1950 Western, Winchester 73. Interestingly, this film shares many similarities with Night Passage, another Western from 1957. Both films feature James Stewart, Dan Duryea, and J.C. Flippin, and are produced by Aaron Rosenberg, shot by William H. Daniels, and written by Borden Chase. In both, Duryea plays a bandit chief, and Stewart's character is involved in a fraternal conflict. In addition to this, Duryea co-starred with his son, Peter Duryea, in two of his later films, both westerns Taggart and The Bounty Killer. Moreover, Duryea often played the role of a con man, quite contrary to his real-life persona as a decent citizen. A notable example is his portrayal of Silky Randall in the film Larceny. This classic further solidified his image as a cunning and sly character, a stark contrast to his genuine self. After his first professional job as a walk-on in Dead End in 1935, Dan Duryea's acting career started to take off. Duryea eventually replaced Hunts Hall in the cast, marking the beginning of his journey in the film industry. In the classic Western Winchester 73, Duryea played the villainous role of Waco Johnny Dean. The film's creators, James Stewart, Anthony Mann, and screenwriter Borden Chase, were aware of the contrast between Duryea's previous roles and this new character. In fact, they saw the moment when Duryea's character was confronted and smashed onto the bar as a pivotal point in the film. This moment marked a shift in the audience's perception of Duryea's character, transforming him from a mere villain to a formidable opponent. Similarly, in the film adaptation of The Little Foxes, Duryea reprised his role from the original Broadway cast. His portrayal of Leo Hubbard was a standout performance, alongside other notable actors such as Charles Dingle, Carl Benton Reed, and Patricia Collinge. Overall, Dan Duryea's ability to transition between different roles and genres showcased his versatility as an actor. His contributions to classic films like Winchester 73 and The Little Foxes have left a lasting impact on the film industry. Let's take a moment to appreciate the work of Dan Duryea, a remarkable actor who left his mark on the film industry. With his distinctive presence and powerful performances, he brought life to various roles and genres. In films like The Little Foxes and Black Angel, Duryea demonstrated his versatility, excelling in both villainous and sympathetic parts. His ability to convey complex emotions and create unforgettable characters has made him a beloved figure in classic Hollywood. If you're a fan of this classic actor, share your thoughts on his work in the comments below. What's your favorite Dan Duryea film or performance? How has his legacy influenced modern cinema? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content celebrating the creative spirits that have shaped entertainment. Let's keep the conversation going and appreciate the artistry of Dan Duryea and other talented actors. Your engagement and insights are invaluable to our